I know what you're thinking. Why does Dominic Toretto talk about his family so much?
There's always room for family.
It's because if he didn't, people wouldn't be interested in the movies at all. Doesn't matter how cool the cars are, how big the explosions get, and how much stuff they destroy. If the story didn't center around characters with emotions, motivations, struggles, and pain, then there would be nothing to keep us watching. We humans currently survive and learn through artificial experiences. This could come from movies, books, games, music, and a lot more. Artificial experiences are when we subconsciously feel connected to a situation, and today with things like VR, the artificial experience is more prominent than ever. The characters in the movies we watch need to be memorable and relatable, because it is that relatability that consciously or subconsciously makes us feel part of the story. It is important for characters to be relatable because that automatically makes us feel like a little bit of ourselves is in that situation with them. That relatable character is facing these challenges on our behalf. Therefore, we are subconsciously or consciously making our own decisions as to what we would also do in that exact situation and facing those exact challenges, no matter how far-fetched they may be. Whether it's a story set down the street from where you live, or in space, or in a completely different dimension where the protagonist is a sandwich named Jeff, that character needs to be memorable and we need to be able to relate to them in some way. Even though these experiences are artificial, we are connected to the character, then we are still able to learn more about ourselves as if it were real. We learn more about what kind of decisions we would make in the real world, and it challenges us and makes us question whether we are as good or bad as the characters we're watching. So let's look at Walter White, for example. If you haven't seen the show, spoiler alert, as the show progresses, Walter White becomes a manufacturer of industrial quantities of meth. And along this journey, his moral compass doesn't just go off course, it ceases to exist. Walter White becomes quite a sinister character. And yet, despite all of the horrific acts he commits, it is the small, relatable moments that still keep us rooting for him. Like the moment in the waiting room where he feels compelled to fix the wonky table, or where he is determined to kill the annoying fly in his lab. I know nothing about making meth or running a drug empire, but we all know how annoying unwanted flies can be, and so naturally I want him to win because he is just like me. It also no doubt makes us question, if I could cook the world's best meth and I needed the money, then would I? So, no matter who your character is, if you want us to like them and root for them and be willing to follow them for the entire film or series, they need to be relatable. This is just the start of what you need to create a memorable character. If I gave you all the information at once, it would make this video way too long. So instead, I'm going to break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces that are easier to digest.